but I'm like, I don't need it. Yes, oh, so good. Ooh, I'm intrigued. Let's find out together. Well, hello, welcome back to my channel. Just Shauna here to talk about some friggin' books. And this is going to be a few books I recently have acquired via purchasing them. I don't think there's any gifts. No, just things I've bought, plus some library books. So a little bit of a library haul as well. I lied, actually. Well, I didn't lie. I was mistaken. There is one book that I was sent by the publisher, and that is one that I'm currently doing a reread of, A Tyranny of Queens by Foz Meadows. This is book 2 in the Manifold Worlds duology. And I have my little press release thing here because I got sent this from the publisher, which is Angry Robot Books, which I really like as a publisher. I feel like they have good books. And also, maybe this is weird of me, but I just like the feel of their paperbacks also, and their pages are not like flimsy ass little Bible thin pages and stuff. But yeah, this is getting re-released via Angry Robot Books on January 28th is when this one's coming out. And today when I'm recording, it is January 19th. So by the time this comes out, it might be out. I don't know when this video is coming out. But yeah, this is Portal Fantasy, adult audience. I don't want to say too much about the plot of this one since it's the duology. But yeah, it's Portal Fantasy, very epic. We have a main character named Saffron, who is a teenage girl on Earth. And in the very beginning of the first book, she sees a lady go through a portal. And she had an interaction with this woman at school a little bit before that. And she's just dealing with a lot. She is just dealing with the pressures and stresses of being a teenager, being a girl in this world. And she follows the lady through the portal and ends up in this completely alien, fantastical world and just gets dumped right into it. And there's so much cultural richness in this world building. Oh my God, it's delicious. Like, just so much to sink your teeth into. And like the character development, character growth, and just emotional, internal things that everyone is dealing with. It's so great. And we follow multiple characters. Definitely recommend. I'm loving my reread. I'm like a little over halfway through it. Themes that it's dealing with: identity, belonging, conflict, and just dealing with conflict, memory, and reality. We have a lot of kind of reality twisting stuff going on. So yeah, thank you very much to Angry Robot Books, Carolyn in particular, for sending this to me. I mentioned that I got this one already because I talked about it in my I think it was one of my most surprising and one of my highest rated, but The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. I read this originally via NetGalley eARC, and I liked it enough that I was like, you know, I could see myself rereading this actually as like a nice, short, little, cozy, heartwarming time hanging out with friends kind of read. And so I got a copy. And oh my God, there are some gorgeous editions of this that I am so tempted to buy. The Fairy Loot one in particular with the naked hardcover. Ugh, it's so gorgeous. But I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I did like this book a lot, but currently it's not like, oh my God, fave of all time. And so I don't need the special edition. I found some on Pango that aren't even crazy expensive. Some people are gouging and being like $80, but I found some for like 38, 40 bucks, which I think is about, if not the exact cost of the book box that it came in, but I'm just like, no, I don't need it. Oh my God. And yeah, this is cozy fantasy, very low stakes, found family, but we deal with cultural identity and a main character who kind of is not really fitting in the country that her mother moved her to. She grew up very much as an outsider, but then she's been away from her home country so long that she doesn't feel the connection to the cultural aspects of it. Her mother very much like pulled her away from it and didn't continue carrying on those traditions. So she's just dealing with that like cultural identity thing. And very, very sweet little found family. Oh my God, I loved them. So 10 out of 10 would recommend for this. Then when I was at Changing Hands recently, which is a local used and new. They do have new books as well, but they take trade-ins, so that's where I go with all of my unhauls, and I took several there. Got a couple things for a friend, but then also got this for myself, book 2 of the Cinder Spires series by Jim Butcher. Book 1 is The Aeronaut's Windlass, and I do have this paperback now of The Aeronaut's Windlass as well, and I was just waiting for this one to come in paperback, because originally it was just published in hardcover, and I found it. So, yay, love that for me. And I think it was full price, but I used my credit. And I've read The Aeronaut's Windlass twice, but God, so many years ago. It took so long for this sequel to come out, and I don't know if this is just a duology and if this is the final book. I kind of hope so, simply because who knows how long before the third one would come out. But yeah, it's very much like steampunk fantasy, kind of swashbuckling adventure. We have like airships and people. There's lots of political intrigue. We have like a race of talking cats that are amazing. Oh my God, I love them. I think the cat's name is Raoul. Their names are kind of like sounds they would make as cats. So yeah, they have names like Raoul. But yeah, I don't really remember all that much about the plot overall. Just lots of adventure, political intrigue, and action happening. Then I have 2 Goldsboro subscription, the GSFF membership that I still can't cancel just yet. I love the books. They're all beautiful, but I haven't read them. So I've only read, 2 of them? Like, both of them I, kind of liked. Anyway, the one from, God, I don't know, November maybe, was The Book of Gold by Ruth Francis Long. As per usual, very gorgeous. Sprayed edges all the way around, all the way down. I don't think this one has, oh yeah, it does. It does have a nice little, just on the front, not on the back. And I don't even know what this one's about. Let's find out together. There's only one thing notorious thief Lyda loves more than a big score, her little brother Kit. But when Kit is arrested for producing seditious pamphlets, he stands to lose not only his printing press, but possibly his life. In exchange for her brother's freedom, Lyda strikes a daring bargain with the king. She will steal the infamous Book of Gold, a mysterious manuscript reputed to be hiding vast magical power within. It's just the kind of challenge Lyda relishes, but she didn't bargain for a secretive scholar, her brother's interference, or the return of handsome and brooding Captain Sylvian Chant, once her lover and partner in crime, now an incorruptible royal bodyguard. I mean, sounds maybe fun. Someday I will check it out. And then the next one from Goldsboro is For She Is Wrath by Emily Varga. This one was definitely in some other book boxes as well. I've seen other people having it. It's got the cool foiling, kind of copper. There's no sprayed edges on this one. Don't recall the cover. It's just orange. Alrighty, Rue. This one I don't know. Is this one romantasy? Maybe? I don't know. Dania has been betrayed by her lover and falsely imprisoned for a crime she didn't commit. She's counting down the days until she can exact her revenge, when a fellow prisoner offers a chance at escape and the keys to a dangerous djinn magic. Ooh, I'm intrigued. Armed with a brand new identity and all the power she could want, Dania enacts a plan to bring down those who cheated her and her family. But when the one person standing in her way is the very man who signed her life away, retribution becomes a complicated game of cat and mouse. Because betrayal isn't simple and revenge certainly isn't easy, not when your heart is involved. We shall see. I haven't heard too much about either one of these, but promising. Then, when I was at the library to pick up the books I'm going to show you, they were having a sale on like the library bookstore. They were having a 50% off sale. And I just haven't looked there in a while, so I checked it out. And I found this, which is, okay, The Custard Protocol by Gail Carriger. I have Prudence, the first book, and I think I did read it a long time ago, but I barely remember it. So I want to reread the Parasol Protectorate series just because it's been a couple years and I fucking love it. And Elle read Soulless and loved it. So I'm like, yes! Oh, so good, the first book. Custard Protocol is like a continuation series. It's following Alexia Terabati's daughter. So I have book 1, and at the library, they had books 2, 3, and 4, and I don't know if there's more. I think it might just be a 4-book series. And I was like, oh, cool, except book 2 was a paperback, but like shiny, like a very like glossy, shiny. Prudence that I have is like this kind of matte cover. And then book 3 was a hardcover, library edition with like the plastic on it and just hardcover in general. I want them to match. So I only got the 4th book because it was the one that's the same like matte paperback. I don't know if that's dumb, but it was $1, so love that for me. But yeah, it's book 4 of the Custard Protocol. And that brings me to the library books that I got. Yeah, one ebook I got from Libby via the library, Libby app, whatever, was A Broken Blade by Melissa Blair, The Halfling Saga, book 1. And I already DNF'd it, so there's that. I've seen this one. I've seen people talking about it, and I didn't realize it was like a book talk darling or whatever. It was a Storygraph recommendation for me though on Storygraph. And basically we have an assassin lady and she is half elf. So she's a halfling and elves are bad in this world. And the mortal king, I got my hair. Sorry. The mortal king like enslaves halflings to work for him, and one way you can do that is by being like one of his hired assassins, and she's like at the top of the food chain. So I saw people saying, you know, it's Throne of Glass-esque, but better, I saw. And I've seen some people saying there's like all this diversity in it, and like that it's LGBTQIA+, it's tagged as that in Storygraph. And I mean, I got 21% into it, and like, I won't go into it, but I didn't like it that much, obviously. I wanted to DNF, I was already like 5% in, like, yeah, I'm probably going to DNF this, but I want to give it like 15-20% to like see, and yeah, it was not for me, so I returned that one right quick. But then I got The Breath of the Dragon by Shannon Lee and Fonda Lee, and apparently Shannon Lee is she Bruce Lee's daughter or something, right? Yeah, Bruce Lee's daughter, which is fun. And, you know, Fonda Lee wrote the Greenbone Saga and several other things. But this one is one that I'm not sure I'm going to love. It's not in my anticipated releases list, but Roger read it already, and he messaged me talking about it, and he's like, it was right up his alley. He used to do martial arts like his entire life, and then he was like a trainer, teacher, or whatever, instructor. And so there's a lot of like that in it, and he really enjoyed it overall. But yeah, the little blurb for it, I'll just read the blurb because the synopsis is a bit long. A young warrior dreams of proving his worth in the elite Guardians tournament, fighting for not only himself, but the fate of everything he loves. And Roger just warned me that there's a fair amount of training, montages, and things, and lots of like fight choreography that he's like, you know, it might work for you. I think it will, but could also very much not. So that is definitely why I wanted to get it from the library. So yeah, we'll check that one out. And then I've been eyeing these for a hot minute because every time Penny talks about them at Penny the Paperback Cat, I think, right? Is that your channel name? Watch me be horribly wrong. I think it used to be Penelope the Paperback Cat. Yep, Penny the Paperback Cat. Penny talks about this series and it's graphic novels, and she reads a lot of graphic novels, well, compared to me anyways. I don't know about in general, but and this one just seems so fucking cute. It's middle grade, but I was like, you know, I don't love middle grade like novels usually. I don't know, for some reason I can't get into the tone of it. But graphic novels can work for me. Like I read Twig last year, and that one's like young adult, maybe middle grade, I don't know. But it was just so cute and heartwarming and whatever. So I got books or volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Lightfall. Lightfall Volume 1, which I finished already, The Girl and the Galdurian. And then 2 is Shadow of the Bird. And then 3 is The Dark Times. And oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. We have this girl who is adopted by this like pig wizard. in this very fantastical world. And in the very beginning here, she goes off to like find some ingredients. He makes potions and things in his little shop. And she runs across this guy whose name is Cad. His name is actually like Cad Walrian or something. What is his? Cad Wallader. But you may call me Cad. And he's like the last of his kind to his knowledge, but he thinks his family is hiding somewhere in the world and he wants to find them. And he needs the pig wizard's help. And so she's like, okay, let's go back home. And then he's gone, her like adopted grandfather who she lives with. And he has like dementia kind of thing. And so she gets very worried, like, oh my God. He leaves a note saying like, I'm going to go do this mission. And she's just concerned that he's like imagining things. And so Cad is like, I'll help you find him. I need to find him anyways. And let's go on an adventure. And Cad is just... oh my God, he's so funny and he's so cute. He's just like the most wholesome little hero trying to go on his little questy adventure time. And he just has such a positive attitude constantly about everything. And we have some representation in this for like panic attacks or anxiety attacks that Bee, the main character, the girl, she has. And it's really cool, like visually, how the artist and the author does it. And yeah, I just really enjoy it. It's really, really cute. Oh, and the artist and author is Tim I don't know if it's Probert or Probert. I don't know. I would think Probert. But yeah, super, super adorable. And like some really cool artwork too. And we just have all kinds of cool creatures and fantastical creatures and just characters that are so fun. Like, here's some of the art. And yeah, in this world, they don't have a sun anymore. And the little blurb is, in the land of Urpa, an ancient threat awakens, obsessed with plunging the world into eternal darkness. Luckily, chance enlists two unsuspecting heroes to save the day. So yeah, they don't have a sun anymore, but they have these things called lights that are seemingly like man-made magical kind of lights that just are always in the sky, so they never have like nighttime. And yeah, things ensue. But yeah, it's just adorable. I'll probably read 2 and 3 like later today or tomorrow. That is all for now though. Just a few things that I've been kind of hanging on to. Let me know if you've read any of these, what your thoughts are. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.